Star Wars: The Last Jedi. That was a movie that kind of split the fans. Some love it, some hate it. So what do I think of it? I love Star Trek. I'm a big Star Trek fan. But I'm talking about Star Wars here. So I do like Star Wars, and just this past weekend we went and saw Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Now, did I like it? Well, we'll get to that in a moment. There's so many people who absolutely hate this movie. I've even heard some people say that this is more like a fanfic of Star Wars. But what is it really? Is it a good movie? Is it a good Star Wars movie? Or is it just another science fiction, science fantasy movie that tries to be Star Wars? So here's my Star Wars: The Last Jedi review. Before I tell you what I thought of it, I'd like you to let me know what you thought of the movie in the comment section below, if you've seen it, of course. If you haven't seen it, well, why would you even say if you like it or not? And just a warning, there are some spoilers ahead, so if you have not seen this movie, don't watch any further. Visually, the movie looked great. I actually saw it in 3D, and unfortunately we were only in the third row, so we were really close up to the screen. I would have preferred to be in the middle of the theater, but it was fine anyways. Now, the scrolling text at the beginning of the movie, they always have them in the beginning of Star Wars movies. I had to keep scanning the screen, going like this to read it. It was a little hard on the neck. But other than that, it was really good visually. So we have pretty much all the characters coming back from the last movie, except for Han Solo, because, he's dead. But now we finally get Luke Skywalker speaking, which was nice to see, except he was acting very differently than expected. I thought he was a bit cynical. He was pretty negative through most of the movie. He didn't seem to want to support Rey at all. Didn't seem to want to support Leia either. His reaction to seeing his old lightsaber was, well, let's just say unexpected. I did not expect him to just toss it back. Now, that just didn't seem like the Luke that we know. So he probably went through something really, really bad. And of course we find out what happened. It has a lot to do with Kylo and his other students. So there is a lot of bad blood between them. A lot of the interaction between Rey and Kylo Ren was pretty interesting, I thought. I actually enjoyed that part. So I was wondering, is Kylo going to be good? Is Rey going to turn to the dark side? It was a bit suspenseful. You didn't know what was going to happen. Finn and Rose made a very interesting pairing. It was kind of humorous, the way they interacted with each other. Now, on that topic, there is a lot of humor in this movie. Some might say a bit of slapstick, but I thought it worked well. There was a lot of laughter in the theater, so it seemed to go over well with the audience, I thought. Poe's conflict with Admiral Holdo was interesting as well. He was very single-minded about winning and being on the good side. He was honorable. That's for sure. He did not want to give up. He did not want to lose. He wanted to save everyone. But I was so confused about why the Admiral didn't tell him about her plan. Like, why didn't she? She could have, and then there wouldn't be a problem there. So a lot of the storylines were interesting. Some were kind of questionable. I guess one of the things is, who the heck is Snoke? We never really find anything out about him. He's the supreme leader, okay, but who is he? There's so many questions about who he is, and now he's dead, and we don't know. Unless he comes back in episode 9, and then we find out more, but I don't know. Also, there's a mystery about who Rey's parents are. Kylo Ren tells her, and it's kind of a letdown. It's nothing special. And then what about Leia's power? She never really showed any demonstration of the Force. But in this movie, she shows it. She's floating in space, frozen, but she lives. And she is able to use the Force to get herself back onto the ship. Why did she never show this before? And it was nice to see Luke back in action, but of course it was a Force projection, and it took out so much of his energy that, well, he died. Okay. So Luke died. I'd have to say I'm pretty disappointed in that. I was hoping he'd be in episode 9. Well, he might be as a Force ghost. It was nice to see Yoda there, but, what he did was very interesting too. And did anyone notice that Yoda actually spoke in grammatically correct sentences? He didn't speak like Yoda. So there are a lot of questions still, and episode 9 is set up to answer those, I'm pretty sure. I really hope we find out the answers because it's the last, it's the very last in the main Star Wars story. So we have to know what is going on. Who are Rey's parents? Does Rey become a new order of Jedi, or are the Jedi actually finished? And what about Snoke? Who is he? I'd really like to know. And I think the biggest question is, what are they going to do since Carrie Fisher passed away? I'm sure she was supposed to play an absolutely huge part in episode 9 because she is the leader of the Resistance. But now that the actress has passed away, I'm pretty sure they're not going to use CGI, but they have to figure out a way to work the story so that she's not present in this movie. So who knows what's going to happen. So, what do I think of this movie? How many stars would I give it out of 5? I'd say 4. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. There were some things that I didn't like, but for the most part, it was really good. So, of course, I'm pretty sure I'll have a lot of different answers and opinions in the comment section, but let me know. What did you think of this movie? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know and tell me why. If you like this video, then please give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to see some more videos about science fiction, fantasy, and books, then please subscribe down below. And check out those videos over there. You might find something you like. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.